Hello out there, everybody. I'm so glad you came by today to hang out with me at the library because I was sure feeling like doing some story time with Mr. Michael. And look, here you are to partake in said story time. Today, we're going to be reading one of my favorite books growing up. Today, we're going to be reading Nothing Ever Happens on My Block by Ellen Raskin. Now, I'm going to say two things about this book before we start. The first is that we need to pay very, very close attention to the pictures or the illustrations in this book, because they're going to tell a whole part of the story that isn't in the words. And Miss Raskin did both of those, the pictures and the words. The other thing I want to say about this book is that this was one of my favorites growing up, like I said, but it was also one of my sister's favorites. My sister's an incredibly important person in my life. If for nothing else, she's the person who taught me how to read. So every single book I've ever read in my entire life, I owe to her. So today I'm going to very, very specially dedicate this particular story time with Mr. Michael to you, Jennifer. Thank you so much for the gift of the love of books and for everything else you've ever done. I adore you. You're amazing. Thank you. And this one's for you. Nothing Ever Happens on My Block by Ellen Raskin. My name is Chester Filbert. I live at 5264 West 177th Street. Some places have marching bands. Oh, there's so much going on behind him. Look. Look what's up there. Ring. 38. Oh, who's that? Fire! Or haunted houses. Who's there? 98. Courageous hunters hunting. Ring. 159. Stop, thief! Ferocious lions and tigers. Who's there? In the name of the law! Meow. 307. Pirates and buried treasure. 862. Chester. Indians on the warpath. Ring, ring. 1405. Geronimo. Deep sea divers. Splash. Ouch. Chester. Monsters, astronauts, spies licensed to kill, unclimbed mountains to climb. Oh! Even fireworks. But nothing ever happens on my block. Beep. Hi. Chester! Honk. When I grow up, I'm going to move. The end. Well, goodness, everybody, Chester, Filbert, he was bored through that whole book. And he said nothing ever happened on his block, but so many things were happening on his block. There was all sorts of stuff. There was a guy falling from the sky with a parachute. There were the girls doing jump rope. One of them got hurt. There were the kids who were ringing the doorbell and running away, and the old lady ended up pouring water on the mailman because of it. There was so much happening on his block, and he just wasn't turning around to see it. I remember thinking this book was the funniest thing in the world, but I think it also shows us something really important. It shows us that sometimes the most exciting, important, and wonderful things are right next to us if we just turn around to take a look. And that's always true, especially when it comes to family. Sometimes you think your family's boring, but they're really amazing, wonderful people just waiting for you to notice. And that's why today I wanted to dedicate this to my sister, Jennifer. Again, I wouldn't even be able to read this book if it weren't for my sister. This is probably one of the very first books I ever read, thanks to my sister. So thank you so very much, Jennifer. Thank you so much to everybody for hanging out with me today at Storytime with Mr. Michael. Keep reading, everybody. Stay curious. And be nice to your brothers and sisters, okay? They're pretty wonderful people most of the time. Bye, everybody.